objects or experiences through smelling. If you can't do that, what does it mean? You may die. You smell things which are toxic, which are very dangerous. Now when such a toxic material is there, you immediately run away from it, you close your nose and you say, no, I don't want to smell this. You can't even breathe if you can't smell properly. So smelling and breathing are all connected. So if you are not empowered by this faculty of smelling, that will impair your ability to breathe properly. And that means whole life again is impaired in some way or other. Similarly, the faculty of, for instance, tasting. Life for most people, they just live to eat. I should not be mistaken. I did have a time when I was also like that. But if you are equipped with this faculty of tasting, and it is also connected with wisdom, then it is a very great power indeed. You are empowered in a very big way. You eat just to live. And you live just to develop spiritually and evolve into something very great, a transformed human being who is liberated from the bondage of worldly existence. So now this kind of, you have a proper appreciation of life. You know the purpose of life, what is the meaning of life. That will come. You see, when, for instance, if you have some amount of, you are empowered with this understanding about taste. You just don't gobble up whatever is there right in front of you because it's very tasty and very nice and pleasant and all that. No. So this ability to eat properly and the right thing with the right measure, right quantity and right quality, that's a very great ability. Whole life depends upon that. So now this faculty is an important faculty because it empowers the mind to judge rightly, to understand things properly. So they are all interrelated. There are so many faculties are there. In fact, there are 22 faculties with which we are equipped. And if we can coordinate properly between all these different faculties or empowering agencies, then there is no limit that you can't achieve in the sense of spiritual achievement or moral achievement or intellectual achievement. Any kind of higher achievement very much depends upon this ability to coordinate between different faculties and understanding different faculties and how they can empower you or they can retard your progress. A retarded mind is a terrific, very, very handicapped, kind of disability. So we must understand the sources of abilities and disabilities. So now I have already said about Chakkhundriya, Shrotindriya, Ghanindriya, Jivhindriya, Kayindriya, body. Body itself, the tactile faculty, that is sparsham, this touch. The touch sensation is so very primal and fundamental indeed. This whole mechanism of what we call the reproductive ability of human beings. Human being producing human beings. Animals producing animal. Reproductive. The whole thing is That is this so-called sex life and all that, or sensual pleasures or otherwise. You see, all this whole kama, the world of sensuality or sensuous existence, the whole thing is based on this body, the bodily faculty. That is one aspect. The other aspect is the entire neurophysical, the world of nerves and all that is connected with this bodily faculty. So tactile faculty, ka indriya. So if we have a proper understanding of this ka indriya and then we know how to make use of the properly, this empowerment of the mind by proper, through the right understanding of these bodily or physical indriyas, such as eye, ear, nose, tongue and body, all the five. Then manindriya, mind. Mind as a faculty itself, a very, very powerful faculty indeed. So if we understand these 6 indriyas properly, and we know how to get the best out of these indriyas, then indeed we can be the ruler of ourselves and therefore the ruler of the world. We have mentioned that indriya means indrasya bhavam, indrasya karmam, the function or the acts of a ruler, Indra. So, just as now, the example you must have by now understood that sight, this natural ability to see or hear or smell or taste or bodily feelings and sensations and mental feelings and sensations. So these indriyas, once understood, your mind gets so empowered, manindriya, mind as an indriya, as a source of power, as a source of knowledge, wisdom, understanding. So all empowerment, the empowerment of life itself depends upon how mind is empowered. And how this mind, empowering of a mind, can be dualistic, 2 ways. You can empower your mind in an unwholesome way. A person who has become a tricky fellow who just cheats everybody and lives on cheating, corrupts everyone, everywhere, wherever he goes, makes some money in that way, and cheats himself and cheats the world. So now he uses his mind all right, but for a very bad purpose indeed. It hurts himself, hurts the world, and hurts both. So this manindriya can be, it is a unisex-like things. It can be both good or bad. It can be used for either wholesome activities or unwholesome activities. Most of the world, trouble in the world today, we live in a world of knowledge, where knowledge explosion can be seen everywhere. Knowledge can be empowering. Whole educational process is nothing but that. Empowerment of mind through knowledge, through knowing. Janati passati. Knows and sees, mentally sees. So this ability to mentally see and know, that's the original power. That is manindriya. And we are conscious of the world in a certain manner, exactly because of this manindriya. This world of mind, which is very, very unique to ourselves, and no 2 persons have the same mind. They live in 2 different worlds. So if there are 1 billion or odd human beings that are, you see, which constitute the population of this great country, India. My goodness, you have more than 1 billion world within this world of India. So, understanding mind as a faculty, understanding all the physical faculties, understanding the other abilities like speech and all that, action, you see, the ability to speak, the ability to act in a certain manner, ability to think in a certain manner. So these abilities, they are natural inborn faculties, source of power. They are basis of power. Once we understand them, how to use them, how to do that, there you are, then you become a real human being and you go upwards, always, never downwards. Otherwise, a person can have a human body, but an animal mind, animal or a ghost mind. So human beings have been categorized differently. They said, Deva Manusya, a man who is like a god, divine being. Such a wonderful mind he possesses. Such a mind that is empowered in a sublime, very sublime way indeed. Then Manusya, a man who is a human man. You see, Manusatvam, the humanness in a man. That means a benevolent man who can think of others, not only think of himself or herself, but how each person affects the others and the world. When a person is fully aware of that, and therefore is very humane man, a Manusatva, you see, Manusya, very humane man, a benevolent man, a kind, a loving man, a friendly man, metta-infused mind. So these are, to be a human being in the first instance is most important to be spiritually enlightened. Or a person can be, you see, preta manusya, like a ghost, absolutely hungry and awful. Or an animal human being, pashu manusya. You see, or a hellish man, absolutely inhuman. You see. So there you are. Once we understand how this mind can be empowered in the right way or in the wrong way, then we become a manusya, a human being who is capable of great heights of moral and spiritual development and enlightenment. With this I conclude today. May the grace of Bhagavan Buddha surround your lives with well-being, wisdom and a lot of humanism. May you all be happy and well. Sukhino bhavantu.